Why, hello there. My name is Sylvia, Sylvia Plath, and like you, I'm having an incredible amount of indecision in my life. Indecision coupled with a strong ticking time frame that I can't really shake off, and obviously we're both here trying to decide what it is that we want to do with our lives, and there are many paths unfurling itself before us, commanding us in each route to take this one and take this one, and that there's better virtue in this one and there are pitfalls in this one, but the passion lies within this one. And frankly, the amount of decisions at a certain point crush my shoulders. It crushes upon me because I don't know which one to pick, and there are certain ones that I know conflict with other interests, and I know that certain ones have the same time frames as other options that I would like to pursue, but they're all so close yet so far away, and I just want to see if I can help you so I can help myself, if that is something you'll allow me to do. Well, in my work that I'm working on right now, I more artistically illustrate this point. I've titled my work The Bell Jar because I find that, like a bell jar, I find myself quite trapped, and it's a glass prison. Nonetheless, if it's okay with you, I'd like to write or read off a passage from my typewriter that I've just written out, which now haunts me because I've just finished it, and it is something that I want to get off my chest. Will you grant me this one opportunity to just alleviate myself and to just vent myself? Okay. Well, my passage goes as thus. I saw my life branching out before me like the green fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch, like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. One fig was a husband and a happy home and children, and another fig was a famous poet, and another fig was a brilliant professor, and another fig was Iggy, the amazing editor, and another fig was Europe and Africa and South America, and another fig was Constantine and Socrates and Attila and a pack of other lovers with queer names and offbeat professions, and another fig was an Olympic lady crew champion, and beyond and above these figs were many more figs I couldn't quite make out. I saw myself sitting in the crotch of this fig tree, starving to death, just because I couldn't make up my mind which of the figs I would choose. I wanted each and every one of them, but choosing one meant losing all the rest. And as I sat there, unable to decide, the figs began to wrinkle and go black, and one by one they plopped to the ground at my feet. Not only is it that indecision that weighs upon me, but the sense that if I don't choose quick enough and all of these options are gone, they'll just rest at my feet laughing at me, reminding me of all of the opportunities that I missed, and how I'm still left with nothing. I don't know if you share that sentiment, but if you do, then we are in solidarity, where we both understand the pain that comes with not being able to decide, and once you're able to decide, the bitterness that you feel over not deciding quick enough. But I would assume that if I could see myself giving you advice, that the same way that there are plenty of options growing and maturing on this fig tree, there must be new figs that pop up as soon as the new figs mature, and that there's this constant cycle, this constant coming of new opportunities replacing matured opportunities that have passed and plopped to the ground, that cycle and recycle and recycle. Otherwise, how did the fig tree come to be in the first place? And if the fig tree could only live once, and there was only one fruitage that the fig tree could produce, then ultimately it was a very bad fig tree to start off with. And there's other fig trees I can go to. But I still have to. apply this sense of logic to myself, because it is with myself that I struggle. And frankly, you could go to another fig tree, you could pursue another set of opportunities, another set of chances, but frankly, my sense of self is a little bit tainted, you would say, because my husband, as you see, the man that I adore, the man I have 2 children with, the man that I've married, and the man that I've wanted to have a life with while also managing a very notable career in poetry, he himself has demoralized me, and he has made me feel like nothing less than nothing. Because you see, even though I've considered myself to be a very intelligent woman, someone who's done her best to balance both lives, or both figs, my husband Ted has also balanced his fair share of women, including myself. My husband, he's had numerous figs in his tree, and his tree is in the school that he teaches at, and it's something that makes me feel quite not appreciated. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to feel appreciated, because you have the chance of falling in love and being with someone else that appreciates you and doesn't treat you like another fig on a tree. Opportunities are figs on a tree. They constantly come and go. There's always going to be a new opportunity. There's always going to be a new fig. But people aren't figs. People are meant to be cherished. People are meant to be appreciated and given utmost importance, and you will find someone that will show you that level of respect that my husband doesn't show me. And granted, people in my circumstance can also find another fig. If someone treats you like another fig on a tree, frankly, they have treated themselves as another fig on a tree. Because if they are willing to exchange themselves and exchange a deep love for meaningless flirtations and meaningless quick dalliances, then they themselves have exchanged their permanence for temporal pleasure, and they have themselves become a temporary time frame. They have themselves become a temporary fig that will plop to the ground and wrinkle and prune. And they have given me the power to be the tree, to create new figs. This is something that I need to realize myself. This is something I need to come to terms with. Because if I can't rectify just picking one fig out of many on a tree, how is it that I can recognize that I'm not the fig on the tree, but the tree itself, and that my husband isn't the fig, but the tree? Or rather, that my husband is the fig and not the tree. A Freudian slip, you might say. Of my own, a revelation of my mind and where it's at right now, but it is something that you don't have to reckon with, because you are a tree, not a fig. And these figs are something that you can choose. These figs you can pick and gather in bounty. And if you can't pick them all, and if you can't pick your favorites, and if you can't pick quickly, there's always going to be new figs that are born or harvested or come to fruition or come into maturity. And there's always going to be new figs that are blooming. And these figs you can collect with time. And there's always going to be new opportunities around the corner. And there's always going to be someone that sees you as a tree and not a fig. So, this is my aid to you. And once my work is done, hopefully it'll give you a sense of solidarity, where if you find yourself in a frame of mind that I'm currently glassed in, then you can know that you have company within the bell jar. You're not alone within the bell jar, and that we could perchance, with strength and with numbers, escape from the bell jar. So I hope I've helped you, and if I haven't, then please consider my words and consider them with a grain of fig, if that is at all poetic. Have a good night.